What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? So the Lakers made history. The Lakers finally made history. Bronny and LeBron got to play with each other. Bronny and LeBron got to play with each other on the same NBA court because this was amazing to see. This was amazing to see and amazing to watch. The Lakers did win this game, did win their opening game. And I think with Bronny and LeBron on the same team, it's amazing to see because the last time we saw a father and son duel, that was King Griffin Sr. and King Griffin Jr. And I know a lot of people for if you ask anybody and say and try to remember who was the 55 pick, who was the 55th pick in a NBA draft in an NBA draft or any draft, nobody would remember who that 55th pick was. Nobody wouldn't remember who that 55th pick was. So if you're saying that, if you're saying that, Bronny didn't have a good, Bronny didn't have a good summer league game. He turned it around. Probably at the end of it, he had 17 points against the Golden State Warriors in his last preseason game. And he got to play on the same court with LeBron James. With LeBron James. Now, like I said before, if you ask anybody that's a sports fan, if you ask anybody that is a sports fan that watches the NBA or watches basketball or watches the NBA or watches basketball or watches football, and you say, "Hey, who was the 55th pick?" Uh, Nobody will not remember who was the 55th pick out of all of those drafts. So with Bronny coming in with so much hype, with so much hype, and his dad is LeBron James, and you're playing with your dad with LeBron James. We we need to honor LeBron James' greatness because he just got to play with his son on an NBA court. We have to celebrate LeBron's greatness because once LeBron James retires, we're going to miss him. We're going to say the same thing. We're going to say the same exact, like people said the same thing, like when Jordan retired, when the great Kobe Bryant retired. I'm just going to say this. If if you do not like the draft pick that the Lakers used the draft pick on Bronny for the 55th pick, yeah, some people won't like you, some people won't like you or like your decision or whatever you do. I'm just keeping it real with you on that part of the side. But if you don't like that the Lakers drafted Bronny and they have LeBron James, the Lakers have LeBron James, the Lakers have Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Davis, The list just goes on and on right there. And now you have Bronny and you drafted Connect. I think for those that don't like that, for those that are not really rooting for Bronny and LeBron, they're going to, for people that are rooting for Bronny and LeBron like myself, for me and for me, for people that are rooting for Bronny to do good and for Bronny to do good like myself, and to see what just made history, what made history, what made history, we can say that we can say that we're not going to see this. We will probably not see this ever. We will probably not see another Sunfire duel in the NBA like this. Like this. Because for those that are saying that don't like that the Lakers use their pick on Bronny, or don't like, or that are just bandwagon, or are just bandwagon because the because Bronny is playing with LeBron. That's not a true fan. That's not a true fan. But for people that are rooting for Bronny like myself, we gotta look at this as the Lakers just made history. Okay, the Lakers just made history. Um, I would say I would like to see Bronny and LeBron play every single game, every single day, every single game together. I would like to see that. I would like to see Bronny and LeBron play every single game together. But will that happen? Will that happen? I do not know, because if I was the Lakers, I would have Bronny and LeBron play every single game together on the NBA court, on the NBA court in every game. We saw Bronny's welcome to the NBA moment in the preseason when he got blocked by when Kevin Durant blocked Bronny's shot. Um, but the Lakers still won this game. The Lakers still won this game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I have to give Minnesota a lot of credit because Minnesota has a different team this year. They have Julius Randle, who they traded for in that Karl Anthony Towns trade. They have Devin Chinslow. So, but I'm still going to say this. Bronny is going to be an amazing NBA player. An amazing NBA player. The Lakers are doing a good job by a good job by a good job by keeping Bronny healthy, because Bronny has been through a lot. Bronny has been through a lot. Bronny has been through a lot. If we look at Bronny's journey, if we look at Bronny's journey, we can say that Bronny's journey is different than any NBA player, Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. But do I see the Lakers playing Bronny and LeBron a lot? I would like to see them play together a lot. I would definitely like to see. I would definitely like to see Bronny and LeBron play a lot for the regular season, because here's the thing that I'm about to say. is that it brings more excitement. It brings more jersey sales will go up, and with the season and tournament coming up, with the season and tournament coming up, with the season and tournament coming up, we with the season and tournament coming up, we might see Bronny and LeBron play in the in-season tournament together. Together, just think about it. Bronny and LeBron playing in the season and tournament together. That would be amazing to see, because what we saw last night was history made in the making. Like when you look at it, from a standpoint, Bronny and LeBron are on the same team together, and they're going to win a championship. They're going to win a championship. They're going to win a championship this year. Most definitely. The Lakers are going to win a championship this year. Because being a playoff team, being a playing team, for the last 2 years, in the NBA and getting to the play-in, and then getting knocked out by the Denver Nuggets last year, I would say this Lakers team can be more dominant, because now you have Bronny, you have LeBron, you have Anthony Davis. The Lakers have a good team. The Lakers just have to win a lot of games. And I would like to see Bronny and LeBron play together a lot this entire season. But will we see that? Probably. But some people are saying, well, Bronny needs to go to the D League and get better, and then probably they'll call him up. Here's what I gotta say about that. Is that I think Bronny will stay on the Lakers for the rest of the season. And I get that some people are like saying, well, he should go to the D League. To work on his game more and get better. Bronny is a hard worker. Bronny is going to probably prove everybody wrong. Bronny is probably going to prove everybody wrong, because we just saw history made in the making. And with Bronny and LeBron being in that group with the great Kobe Bryant, the great Joe Bryant, and with Dell Curry, Steph Curry, and Michael Thompson, and Klay Thompson, being in that group with Bronny and LeBron, being in that group with points, is amazing to see. And seeing both of them be able to play on the same NBA court, because LeBron said before Bronny got into the league a few years ago or something like that, I want to be able to play with Bronny and be on the same court, on the same NBA court together. And what did we just witness? We saw the the first ever son-father duel, and we're probably not going to see that duel. We're probably not going to see another son-father duel in the NBA ever again. I ain't ever like this, is what I'm trying to say. It's ever like this. Because with Bronny and LeBron, I think this is going to be something special. This is going to be the most talked about topic. And everybody's going to have their own opinion. I get that. But when you look at it, you gotta say, well, we got to see Bronny and LeBron in the first father-son duel in the NBA. I would say the Lakers should continue that going, but probably this is what I would do if I was the Lakers. I would play Bronny probably 5 or 10 or 9 minutes, give him a breather, give him a break, give him a break. So give him a break, give him a break, give him a break, and let him sit on the bench, and then bring him back in if LeBron's in, or probably put him in. Probably put him in with Anthony Davis or somebody like that. But I would like to see Bronny and LeBron play this entire season with each other on the same NBA court. I think like when we look at that, we can say this is going to be the best father-son duel in the NBA, because we're probably not going to see another duel like this, or another duel like this, because we don't know how long LeBron James wants to play in the NBA. We do not know how long LeBron wants to play in the NBA. Because LeBron is in his 22nd season. And we definitely do not know how long the GOAT of the NBA, the GOAT, I would call him the GOAT. I would call LeBron James my GOAT. Everybody has their own opinion who's the GOAT in the NBA. But I would call LeBron James my GOAT. I would put Kevin Durant in that too as my GOAT. But I think LeBron is the ultimate GOAT of the NBA, because when we look at Bronny's career, I mean, when we look at both of their journeys, LeBron and Bronny's career, they have different journeys, and like I said before, everybody has a different journey. And I think when we look at LeBron's journey, like he came in as the first overall point. He came in as the first overall pick in the NBA. LeBron was the most hyped player coming into his draft class. Yes, he had D Wade. Yes, he had Dwayne Wade in his draft class. He had Carmelo Anthony in his draft class. He had Chris Bosh in his draft class. LeBron had Dwayne Wade in his draft class. Carmelo Anthony and Chris Bosh in LeBron's draft class. And LeBron When we look at LeBron's career, all-time scoring record, it's going to be a Hall of Famer. It's going to be a future Hall of Famer. Has 4 MVPs, four, four, 4 championships. I think LeBron should have won that Defense Player of the Year back in 2012 when LeBron made All Defense Player of the Year, and in 2012 when LeBron made Defense Player, that Defense Player list on back in 2012. I know I'm getting off topic here, but when we look at Bronny's career, he went to college. And LeBron came out of high school. Let me just say that. LeBron came out of high school. And when we look at how Bronny's career is going so far, he got to play with his dad on the same NBA court. He got to get drafted to the Lakers. He had he was the 55th pick. He had Bronny had to go through a lot of stuff. Bronny has been through a lot. So for those that are not rooting to see this father-son duel and saying like, oh, Bronny didn't have a good summer league. He turned it around in the last game, and he didn't have a good first half of preseason. I'm just going to say this. Preseason games do not count. So preseason games do not count. I think him having 17 points, like we can say, if you ask anybody who was the 55th pick in the NFL draft, in the NBA, or in the NFL or baseball or hockey, people won't remember that because people will always remember. People will always remember now Bronny and LeBron being the first son duo and Bronny being the 55th overall pick that got to play with his dad and made history. We just have to enjoy moments. You have to enjoy every moment, because this moment that we saw on the moment we saw these two on the NBA court was incredible to see. And like I said, when LeBron's career is done, people are going to be talking about how they talked about MJ. People are going to be talking about how they talked about Michael Jordan, how they talked about the great Kobe Bryant, we don't talk about AI, but I'll Irish him, but I'll put him in there. How they talked about Shaq, how they talked about Kareem. Like, people are going to mention that once LeBron James retires. And like I said, I would like to see Bronny and LeBron play every game together. But I do think if they do that, the Lakers would have to play Bronny 10 or 9 minutes. Because they're doing a good job, an amazing job, making sure Bronny's health is good and that he doesn't get the same injury that he had in USC. Because the injury that he had was scary to see and scary to hear. And I'm glad that Bronny overcame that. I'm glad that overcame his injury. Because now we just got to see the first father son duel in the NBA. And what Bronny been through is what Bronny been through and what he overcame. And now being able to play on the same NBA court with his dad and becoming the first father son duo and being a part of that list of points is amazing to see. We just have to enjoy like these kind of moments. We have to enjoy these because what we all go through something. We all go through something. So what Bronny been through and what Bronny had to overcome is amazing to see. And we should enjoy every moment. Enjoy every moment. And enjoy every moment that we see and like enjoy this moment that we saw. Because when you look at it from a standpoint, we can say the Lakers and the Warriors are the best available, young available team to develop young players in the NBA. Just look at, for the Lakers example, look at Alex Caruso. Look at Alex Caruso, who was undrafted. I think the next game we will probably see LeBron and Bronny play will be against the Cavs. That is what I'm thinking because like I said, we have to enjoy this moment that we saw because with LeBron and Bronny being in that conversation, with the great Kobe Bryant, the great Joe Bryant, with Steph Curry and Dell Curry, and with Michael Thompson and Klay Thompson in that fire duo of points, and now Brian and Bronny are a part of it. It's interesting to see, man. It's interesting to see. But the next game I could see both of them taking the floor, both of them taking the court is against the Cavs. But I would like to see the Lakers play Bronny and play LeBron this entire season. Do I think do I think they're going to play them all 82 games? Possibly. Possibly. Possibly, but but I don't think he should go down. I don't think Bronny should go to the D League. I think the Lakers are doing a good job. We have to give JJ Redick credit. We have to give the Lakers credit because they know what they're doing. Like they are good at developing young NBA talent. They know what they're doing because if we look at the NBA players, look at Austin Reeves, look at Austin Reeves and how he developed with the Lakers. Look at Alex Caruso and how he developed with the Lakers. I could say in the next couple of years, in the next couple of years, in the next couple of years, Brian will probably have 4 championships. And I do think Brian and LeBron will win either the season tournament or the the NBA championship. I definitely think that. Because when you look at it, you can say the Lakers the Lakers are good at developing talent, and so are the Warriors. Because when we look at the Warriors side of things, they develop Draymond Green, they develop Steph Curry, they develop Kawhi Looney. So the only two teams that are good at developing young talent in the NBA, in my opinion, is it's the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. Because we've seen the player that Alex Caruso has become in this NBA. He was an undrafted rookie. Undrafted rookie. And I know I'm getting off topic here. But with Brian and Bronny playing together on the same NBA court, on the same team, it's amazing to see. The next time I can see them either checking into the game or playing in the game, it's probably against the Cavs. It's probably against the Cavs. But here's the other thing. I think Bronny will take his time and play a few games or just come off the bench because we know that Bronny Bronny had that injury, and I'm glad he overcame his injury. I'm glad he's 100% and came over his injury. But to see this happen, if you told to see this happen, to see to see Bronny play together, like we can go down a list of all time fire duos. We have to put LeBron and Bronny in that list. And I do think with the Lakers, like you had an interesting draft last year. You're probably going to be a playoff team or a play-in team, which I think the Lakers are a playoff team because Anthony Davis looked good. Anthony Davis was bowling against the T Wolves, and the Lakers got this win against the T Wolves in the opener. LeBron was bowling. We got to see Bronny and LeBron. It's just amazing to see. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And stay blessed, everybody. And peace.